On Friday afternoon, Skye drove to Laurel Canyon to meet her new director. The housekeeper led her into the atrium of Ben Haynes' sprawling mansion. As she took her seat at the table with Ben Haynes and Doug McKenzie, she couldn't believe she was hanging out with the legendary team. Red and white flowered plants surrounded them, the afternoon sun filtering through the glass doors. It should be heaven, but one thing was getting in the way.
"She'll be here any minute,"
Doug said. Attempting to cover Andie's absence, Ben said, "Please have some sushi. Do you like sushi? Please take as much as you like." Their frustration was thinly veiled. This was Hollywood, where it wasn't unusual for people to be flaky about appointments. It was another thing for Andie to keep her own father waiting. The minutes ticked by until she was an hour late, and in that time Skye asked as many questions as she could think of about Ben's house and Doug's upcoming project. She was running out of small talk, but it didn't seem polite to start a conversation about Creature Island without its director. Luckily, Ben did it for her. "You're gonna love working on the island. We're so excited about getting permission to shoot there." "What's it called again?" "Mermaid Island." "It'll be wonderful. It sounds like a dream, honestly." He put his hands behind his head and leaned back with a satisfied smile. "It's stunning. White beaches, crystal water, forests and mountains. Every location we could possibly need all in one place. It has a private owner, a fellow who happens to love movies. He's thrilled to have us." "Is there much there aside from the natural things, I mean? Do many people live there?" "That's the most wonderful thing about it. It's just the owner, so it's relatively untouched aside from his place. But it has a landing strip and enough infrastructure for us to build on. It's the ideal setting for a movie about a deserted island. We struck gold." "Wow, I can't wait to see it."
"We've got workers building accommodations for the cast and crew. It's almost done,"
Doug said. She'd noticed that he was the quieter of the two men. He saved his words, only speaking when he had something important to say. "Yep, we locked in the deal last year, and we didn't want you all to be uncomfortable, so it'll be very nice." "That sounds like a huge undertaking," said Skye. "We cut a deal with the owner because he'll be opening up the place for tourists when we wrap. Apparently, it's something he's been considering over the years, and this gave him the push he needed. There'll be a bunch of villas and a hotel." "And the fact that a movie's shooting there will be a great selling point for tourism?" asked Skye. "Bingo." "Hey." They turned toward the woman who'd appeared in the doorway. She stood with her arms crossed, leaning on the frame. Skye quickly took in wavy black hair, carved cheekbones, and full lips. Her dark beauty was more startling because of how effortless it seemed. She wasn't wearing makeup, and her hair hung loose and wild.